I'm excited to announce the launch of my new Patreon channel, where for as little as $1 per month you can enjoy early access and ad-free content. Patrons even have access to content that is exclusive to Patreon members only due to YouTube's tendency to censor controversial videos. Please become an Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations Patreon. Thank you.
Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Sunday, November 6th, 2022. Time is 3:48 p.m. And what time is that?
Jersey time.
That's right. Why is it Jersey time?
Because we're in New Jersey.
That's right. And plus, I don't know if it's daylight savings time or regular time. But next year, no more daylight savings time bullshit.
They're getting rid of it.
They're getting rid of it. So that's going to be nice. So like we just changed the clocks here, and now it's getting dark at 5 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock. So anyway, so this is a video I've been wanting to do. Been waiting to get a hold of, so I could get Matt here with me since he's the legal mind. I'm just I'm the senile
artist,
mind.
the creative, the free spirit.
I'm the one that comes up with the ideas, and he makes things happen sometimes. So anyway, this really has to do with auditors, the brand name auditors. I'm not really targeting anyone particular, but I'm targeting a little bit of one. But one of the things I've noticed now is the name brands, and these are ones that I happen to like, they've run out of content to do. I think that the First Amendment audit really is starting to have run its course, and it's losing its luster because cops are getting smart to this crap. I talk to cops here in Monmouth County, and believe me, I run into cops all the time. Probably more than I care to run into them. And they're all aware of this stuff. They're aware of my channel. They're aware of the citizen journalist who's out there. She doesn't even do it anymore because everybody knows about it now. So
I disagree with you, John. I entirely disagree with you. Every time that you and I think that the First Amendment audit is a thing of the past, citizen journalist gets herself...
Well, that's because she's... Well, this video's not about
No, but look at Lavalette.
Well, because she's stupid and didn't know how to handle the damn thing.
She should have dared them to arrest her.
Well, anyway, getting back on track here, it is my opinion, regardless of what he says over there, he's basing it on one incident. But anyway, I watch these other channels. Yes, I do watch other YouTube channels because I'm looking to see what's going on out there in the world. Maybe I want to share one of their videos or comment on it. But anyway, I've noticed that the name brands are now, they've run out of content for the most part, and they're just rebroadcasting other people's startup channels in the middle of nowhere, and they get a good audit, so they put it on their channel, and they highlight the stuff, and they say, hey, go visit that guy's channel, support him. In the meanwhile, that channel is making AdSense money off it, and trust me, if they're getting 100,000 views, they're getting a nice paycheck at the end of the day. I mean, when I was monetizing my other channel, I had that Woodbridge debacle I did, or I don't know if it was that or Lakehurst. One of those made me like $600, and that was only like 50,000 views or something. So they're making a lot of money. And then the other thing I noticed that they're doing now, and this one particular channel does it, but some of them are all doing it now, they're setting up a Patreon account, and they say, subscribe to my Patreon and get content ahead of the time, as if, you know, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat with my pecker in my hand waiting for this video to come out where somebody's cussing out a cop. And as you know, I don't like to cuss cops out unless they really push my buttons. I've only really had one cop that pushed my buttons, and you can go back and check that DWI checkpoint where I told the chief to go F off. But you know, if you know me, you know I don't operate like that. And
I've been a couple times.
And I don't really like when people are disrespectful to cops like that if the cop is being civil.
That's right.
And I know why they're doing it, because they're doing it to try to provoke them, to generate interest, because let's face it, nobody wants to watch a video where the cop says, yeah, no problem, you can record, have a good day. The channel, it wouldn't go anywhere. But if it's a situation where they can escalate it to the point where they can have a confrontation, they get lots of views and lots of money. And I think my point here is that it's turning into a money-making thing now, and I think it's lost its way. And I can say, without hesitation, my channel, New Jersey Exposed, does not make any money. If you're seeing a commercial come up, it's nothing to do with me. My channel is not monetized, And as it stands right now, it's not going to be monetized, because the minute you monetize, YouTube starts putting restrictions on you, and I'm tired of the restrictions, so it's not necessary. I didn't get into this. Matt didn't get into this to make money.
Say what? Oh, that's right. I did not get it.
We got it. The motivation was to change the system, to push back at the man. That really is what it comes down to. And you know, maybe I'd be a little disingenuous if I said, yeah, I'd like to make money on my channel, but I would never go out and say, hey, I set up a Patreon channel. I'm going to put premium content on them. You're going to get to see my videos a day ahead of everybody else.
That person's going to extra mile
right.
to try and make
And
money.
I got a couple FU to the cop videos, and I'm going to put it on there so you can pay me $5 a month.
That's ridiculous.
I think that's bullshit, personally. I think that it's lost its way, and there's a couple out there, one channel in particular, who I always liked this guy. He was pretty good, you know. He was very aggressive, but he wasn't nasty. He didn't curse cops out or anything, but you know, he called them out when they needed to be called out. And now it's like, I look at his content, there's no content. It's just him rebroadcast. You know, he's watching other videos and commenting on it, and it's kind of entertaining. And then he's got the Patreon thing. You can go there, and I think he's even selling bumper stickers and t-shirts, and who the hell knows, you know.
He's allowed the commercialization aspect to overtake the channel's mission.
Exactly. And, you know, this is where I take exception to. So anyway, so getting back to what this inspired this video was, I got caught. I said something not too long ago on one of the name brand channels. It would be Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations, to be specific. He put a video out, and let's see, what was the name of that video? Here's the video, there's his thing right there. I'm going to read what the first thing says. Pinned by Honor Your Oath. Please become an Honor Your Oath Patreon subscriber. With any contributions, you can enjoy exclusive early access and ad-free content. Wow! You mean you can't watch a 5-minute video and sit through one little stupid commercial? I know I can. So, and then I happened to Google and find out that he had a GoFundMe channel, a GoFundMe thing at one point, but that's a little while back. Whether it's still valid or not, I don't know.
This guy's becoming a YouTube millionaire, if he isn't already one.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a comment I made. This had to do with Jeff has been, his late thing that he's been doing lately is he gets up and he holds his cardboard sign that says, God bless the homeless veterans. Now, that is a statement.
Yes.
It's the same if you had a shirt on that said, let's go Brandon, or you know,
DUI checkpoint 200 feet ahead.
or you know, you got to, you know, the Mets are the best ball team, whatever, which they're not. They flunked miserably this year. And so did the Yankees. But anyway, so it's just a statement. It's all it is. So what
It's a pronouncement. He's not soliciting anything.
Right.
He's
exactly.
not directing any action.
Right.
None
Exactly. It's just a statement. So he goes out and he stands somewhere, and then people start calling the police on him and saying that he's out there panhandling. And he gets into a little thing with the cop, and the cop threatens to arrest him, and at some point he backs down. It's the same storyline each time. It's just nothing ever really happens. And so anyway, so I put on, I had responded to this. This was 3 weeks ago. I said, Jeff, put your money where your mouth is and go hold a sign asking for charitable donations. Enough with the clickbait.
Jeff, if you genuinely believe that panhandling's protected activity under the First Amendment, then engage in panhandling.
Right.
Stop playing it before you reach the line.
Right. This is the deal. It's like the cops coming over because somebody says he's panhandling. He says, well, I'm not panhandling. And he quotes the law, that there's case law about panhandling. Well, maybe there is. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay? It stands to be reasonable that there is one, that it is protected speech. But he's not panhandling,
no.
Okay? But he's quoting case law.
And he's intentionally not panhandling, John.
Right.
And what he's doing is this. He's using his channel as a platform to test the police response to things that could mimic panhandling or come close to that line.
Look like, but
Exactly.
Again, he's not asking for money.
And he's also not, the other thing that he's not doing, John, is he's not pushing the envelope.
Right.
That night when we were in on the Hazlitt Homedale border in 35, if they would have said to us, "We're going to arrest you for holding up a sign," okay, arrest us.
I would say I have a First Amendment right to stand there and hold the sign and advise at the checkpoint.
That's right.
You want to arrest me? I'll turn around, put my handcuffs around because
And the case will go all the way.
because I knew I had good legal ground to stand on.
That's right. That's right. That's
So
right.
anyway,
but the point is this guy, what he's doing is he's doing what others in the community do, like citizen journalists. He's backing down the minute that the pressure gets.
But
too
he's
hot.
not even doing what he's quoting case law, and he's not panhandling.
He's not doing anything at all.
Right. That's why I said, enough. Put your money where your mouth is, and go hold the sign and ask for charitable donations. Say, please donate. I'm hungry. Please donate money. Whatever. Okay. He's not doing that. So I got all these responses. All of a sudden, well, Jeff, I mean, he responded 3 times. He goes, "Are you aware?"
Cited
And you're aware of anyone putting the time, effort, and money into pulling records of how homeless folks are getting their rights violated, blah, 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 blah. Well, first of all, you're not asking for donations.
That's right.
That's my point of this whole thing. And you're talking about how much money it costs. Well, here in New Jersey, it doesn't cost anything for the most part. If you need to get an officer's report, it doesn't cost you anything.
They'll email to you.
Right, they'll email it to you. It's when you go down, you want to, you do like some other person, we won't mention her name, goes down and says, "They want the records of the last 20 years of everybody's pay." Yeah.
Everybody's pension records, everything.
Right, exactly. So now it takes time, and they're entitled to a reasonable fee for the manpower. So anyway, somebody said, "You need to go watch his other videos. He puts his money where his mouth is, and it costs money to be able to hold these scumbags accountable." Well, I noticed Jeff has not talked about all his lawsuit settlements that he made, okay, on his wrongful arrest. I've seen him in the beginning. Jeff has done some great stuff in the beginning.
Now he backs down.
Now it's all about money because people, you got to remember, he made money on lawsuit settlement. Good for him. I'm not knocking that. He's got AdSense. I did a little check to see what his AdSense revenue was. You know what? I could stop working.
For 1 year of his AdSense.
I could stop working. I wouldn't have to work if I had his AdSense revenue coming in, okay? That's just that. And then he wants you to pay his Patreon. Or, again, this applies to other auditors too, name brands. They want me to pay them so I can view their video a day early to see content that's not allowed on eBay, on YouTube. Let me tell you what's not allowed on YouTube, people. Like, my channel is not monetized, so I can put other people's music on there. The worst thing that happens, I get a notification and they may monetize my channel, and the owner of that copyright material will get the revenue. When I was monetized, I was constantly getting berated by YouTube and stuff.
For every little thing.
For every little, particularly with the copyright thing. And one day I did a story about a cop up North Jersey who was making dominatrix videos where she would kick guys in the nuts.
A certain Hudson County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, and I went to the channel. I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's got his hands up in the air, tied up in the air, and she's doing like a 10, she's gonna kick a 50-yard goal, right between the legs." But anyway, they found out about it, and she lost the job. But I happened to do the video on it, and I put a link to I don't know, PornTube or X Hamster or something like that. And the video got taken down, and it got to the point I just took the video down because I was going back and forth. But when you're putting up non-pornographic stuff, like if you're going to have where a cop put a bullet in the back of somebody's head, they will put it on restricted viewing, meaning you got to be 18 or over, okay? So I don't know what he's talking about that. I don't get that whole thing, and it's just in my personal opinion, and I say this respectfully, I think Jeff Gray is scamming you, along with some of the other ones on there. They're asking for money. The minute these channels start telling you, "Hey, subscribe to this, subscribe to that, pay for this, pay for that," you got to be suspect, okay? You got to be suspect.
But
now,
even worse, John. There's something, an overarching theme that's even worse than him commercializing his channel. The channel has abandoned its original mission,
right,
its original intent.
Exactly.
And it's no longer assisting or facilitating social progress or change.
Right.
It's not doing that.
So, the thing I'm pointing out about this is, I keep watching it. I get the notifications. I go and I look and I see him standing out there with another sign. God bless the homeless veterans. And then basically, dude, go put a sign in your hand and say, I'm hungry, can I have some money? And then when the cop shows up, you know, you keep quoting the law to everybody. The
Quote the law to the cop.
Yeah, exactly. But another thing he doesn't understand, that you go and you quote this case law, and you get some citizen retarded journalist who thinks that's the gospel and goes out there half-cocked and does it and gets arrested.
Quarter-cocked.
Quarter-cocked, you know, fully cocked, I don't know, whatever. But, you know, you got people, you know, when you're in a position like that, you have to be very mindful of what you say and do, because there are copycats out there that will go out and try to do what you're doing. And they don't have the $5,000 a month AdSense revenue coming in. They don't have the revenue coming in from the Patreon. They don't have the revenue from lawsuit settlements, and they don't have the revenue from a job.
Jeff Gray can be called a preacher who's leading his flock astray.
Exactly. So what I'm saying to Jeff Gray in that situation, dude, go hold a sign that says that directly asks for money or a donation. Okay, otherwise you're just bamboozling everybody, and that's the whole point of what I put down there, is that you're bamboozling. I looked at that and I said, he's not asking for money. The sign says nothing of that. Me, I'm not even a lawyer. I could beat that case. Where does the sign say, I'm hungry, I need help? It just says, God bless the homeless.
Veterans.
Yeah, he said, and he says, God put it in his heart. And I said, the last video he put up, he says, God put it in my heart. No, God didn't put it in your heart. AdSense put it in your pocket, and that's why you stand out there doing it. You might bullshit your 100,000, 160,000 followers, but you're not bullshitting this one. And I take exception to this stuff because it's changing the climate of auditing, and that's not, in my personal opinion, you guys may have a different opinion, I don't know, but in my opinion, this is not about money. This is about change, and it's about holding police accountable, and I'm never going to sell out.
Holding your government accountable.
Right. That's that. But getting on there and telling somebody what court cases are, and you know, panhandling is protected speech.
Mr. Gray's an attorney, or?
Exactly.
I'm asking.
No, he's not.
What's
He's a
his
truck
background?
driver.
Oh.
He's a truck
Very
driver.
wealthy one now at that. Office.
Yeah. So I would say, everybody, I go out there and ask Jeff how much revenue he's taking. And when he puts up these little teaser videos, that pisses me off. Whether it's him or another channel, when they put up a little teaser video, it's like 30 seconds long, and every jackass out there clicks on it, and I'm one of those jackasses. You click on it, and guess what? He just got 2 cents. Yeah, I'm not buying this. It costs money to do all these things. Do what? Stand on the corner and hold a sign? Where'd you get the cardboard from? The dumpster? The magic marker? Well, anyway. So, yeah, so I think my opinion is the name brands have they're losing their way. They're going commercialized. And there's still a couple good ones out there. SA Ecstasy Prez, I have a lot of respect for that guy. You know, he did a video where a homeless guy was getting harassed by the police. So he went out there and helped that guy. The cop gave him a ticket for vagrancy or begging or something, and that guy, people donated money, and he paid the ticket for the guy. And then he came back another time to that same spot dressed up like he might be a homeless person. And of course the cop showed up, and it didn't go the way the cops wanted it to go. And so he's doing good things like that. You know, it's like you gotta...
He's not in it for the money, and he's actually benefiting the community.
Yeah, I mean, SA Prez and his other friend there with the Second Amendment carry and all that stuff, those guys have really put their asses on the line. This part, they're really falling to the wayside, and they're not producing any content, and they're just rebroadcasting other people's stuff, and you're clicking on it, and you're making them money.
They're giving the community a bad name.
Exactly. And that's the whole point of this thing, that the commercialization of auditing is starting to happen. It's already there, and the big name guys, they're doing it. They're getting their revenue in every month, so they don't need to go out. Oh, yeah, anyway. So anyway, I really don't have much more to say. Matt, do you?
No. Mr. Gray, like I said before, you're watching us, and we're watching you.
Mr. Gray, grow a set of balls, put your money where your mouth is, and hold that sign that says, I'm hungry, feed me, I'm homeless, I need a place to stay. Ask for that donation. Quote that law, that case law that you keep flapping your jaws about, and put your money where your mouth is, Jeff. That's all I'm saying about this, okay? Okay, I promised Matt I would read some of the comments disregarding my comment on Honor Your Oath investigations. So,
We're making friends, John.
we're making friends, okay? I don't care. You what? Is he holier than thou that we can't criticize or point out something? Is he that holier?
Is he a deity?
Exactly. It costs, this is a Miami double, Chico. It costs money to be able to hold these scumbags accountable. Freedom hater. Hey Jeff, keep up the good work. Well, where's it costing them money? I watched the last few.
I guess he needs to get his meals from Wawa in between.
I watched the last few videos. He didn't get arrested. He made money on the AdSense.
Gas to get out there?
I guess, I don't know. He drives a truck, so I'm just assuming he's on break. General Ohu, get out of here, you troll. How about you actually do something constructive and do it? He has done plenty of videos holding a God bless the homeless sign and has been arrested multiple times.
John, was that his mother or his fiance that that wrote that?
I don't know.
That seems like somebody that has their own stake in the game. I love it how they tried to say that we haven't made a difference, though. Isn't that great?
Well, they don't know. They're talking through their ass.
They are.
This guy, one here says, "Get well soon."
It's too late for that, John.
Says another one. You paying in, bro? I'll do it. You paying, bro? I'll do it.
How you paying?
Another person says, Darling Clark says he doesn't often, meaning taking a risk or whatever, putting his money where his mouth is. That's where.
We haven't seen that yet.
This is COD FK Delete. I don't know. Please don't encourage the bootlicking trolls. Their day will come soon enough. Let them say they're insane shit, because once they get their reaming out by life, it will only make it that much more painful. Flaming
Holy
grunt.
smokes! Wait a minute. Did somebody actually call you John Van Dyke a bootlicker, or refer to you as a bootlicker?
Well, not in that one there. Oh yeah, he did, encouraging the bootlickers.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a bootlicker.
Wow.
Okay.
So this guy who's dedicated the last 5 years of his life to doing nothing else but calling out the law enforcement establishment on their bullshit is a bootlicker.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
New Jersey Exposed. Now, this is my favorite one of them all. New Jersey Exposed is a MAGA maggot. So what is this guy? A bumbling Biden supporter? Maybe he works in the assisted living White House. Do you know the White House is now assisted living house?
The world's most expensive nursing home.
Yeah. He says, they know nothing about your cause or purpose. Trash falls out of the trash can every once in a while. Jeff Gray, Godfather orders. Awesome! Jeff McKinn says, New Jersey Exposed tucked tail and ran. Never seen New Jersey Exposed out there. He's actually done exactly that on more than one occasion. Kick rocks, bootlicker. Jeff, ignore the bootlickers. Trolls that do zero for society. Critics, armchair quarterbacks.
So now, anybody that disagrees with this guy now is automatically a bootlicker.
I guess, and a maggot magnet.
Wow.
Well, obviously they don't know nothing about me.
That's a new one, a MAGA maggot.
Michigan, Mr. New Jersey, I implore you to do research on this channel starting at 15 years ago. Well, I've been following Jeff Gray's channel for about 6 years now, and he did some great stuff in the beginning, but I look at the last videos he's had, he hasn't gotten arrested. No. He hasn't pushed the envelope.
He hasn't sued the police lately.
Somebody say, oh, you got to leave, and he'll say, well, what happens if I don't? Well, we're going to arrest you. Okay, so I'm going to leave.
Have a great day, guys.
Yeah, bye. Cha-ching, AdSense. Tell us you're new to the channel without saying you're new to the channel. How does New Jersey's comment have 16 likes? Because maybe 16 people out there know what I'm talking about. Maybe there's 16 intelligent people following this video that knows what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. You can no longer see who liked your comments, right? That's why you got to...
Jeff, if you see... how does New Jersey comments have 16 likes? Jeff, if you see this, you are the greatest of all time. Thank you for what you do and how you do it. I'd encourage anybody that sees this to go check out New Jersey Exposed channel. It's pretty pathetic and good for a laugh. Also watch some of his 1A content. My favorite part was when he harassed a young female cop and said, you can arrest me anytime. What was I supposed to walk? She was that bad. Like, what am I supposed to walk up and call her a pig? A flatfoot or something?
Well, you couldn't have called her a flat chest.
You know, I guess it bothers some of the people that I can go up and have a nice conversation with police and at the same time talk shit about them.
That's right.
It's like they don't get it. You know what?
Depends on the circumstances.
Exactly. If the cop is nice to me, I'm nice to them. That's how I am in life with everybody. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you.
And that's the way law enforcement should be too.
Right, exactly. She was nice to me. She didn't get upset over the camera or anything. And she was cute, and I was making light of the situation. And I turned around and put my hands, hey, you can arrest me anytime you want.
She handled herself very well.
She did very well. She was only on the job 8 months, I think, or 5 months or something. I was just being lighthearted with her. What was I supposed to say to her? Call her the C word? A C bag? C face? I encourage anybody. My favorite part was when he harassed a young female cop. That was harassing.
In the Me Too day and age, it might have been.
I hate to see what if I really went off on somebody.
Ooh.
My favorite, you can arrest me anytime. Honor your oath, civil rights investigation. Ignore him. New Jersey doesn't have the balls to reply. You're just on your oath, investigation. You're just feeding a troll, sir. Ignore this fool, Jeff. He just wants trouble. Don't feed him. I'm on Jeff's side. On your oath, civil rights investigation, Jeff. That person is optionally clueless. He or she is as blind to facts as any of the officers that argue you are panhandling because you hold a cardboard sign. It has homeless on it. It says homeless. Homeless on, never mind the totality of the circumstance, the entire message. You do an amazing job and advocate for helping all citizens keep the constitutionally promised rights.
I don't know what channel they're watching.
Yeah, I don't know what channel you're watching. You should have an emblem on your vehicle, stellar American citizen. Your work is applauded, appreciated. I hope you stay strong and fight. Maybe one day New Jersey will understand the disgrace brought to a country that locks up people who are simply asking for help.
We're living it, brother. We're living it.
Well, Dale Johnson, I know you're a little slow.
A little?
But I did explain in the first part of this video, he was not asking, he was not panhandling, he was holding a sign saying, God bless the homeless.
I think
that's
Dale
the
Johnson
same as saying,
shared,
God bless the unborn children.
It's a pronouncement. That's all it is.
It's a pronouncement. If you said, homeless veteran, all donations appreciated, okay, now you're panhandling, you're asking for donations. But
Homeless
he's
vet
not.
haven't eaten in days.
Right, haven't eaten, exactly, that's a good way to put it. Homeless vet, haven't eaten in days. Okay, that implies, I mean, it is a statement, but it does have an implication to it.
I mean, Gray's getting so bad, I'm surprised he hasn't auctioned his cardboard signs.
It's painful, obviously. You haven't seen any of his other videos. This is LS at Tim Dupree. Jeff has specifically told cops to their face that he's going to solicit funds for the next person he sees and does exactly that. Well, I've watched these videos, and if somebody out there wants to correct me if I'm wrong, he never said, hey, can you give me $5 when the guy walked by? He held the sign as the person walked by, and he said, God bless the homeless.
Yeah.
It just shows you the intelligent level of some of the
viewers.
He's
not even panhandling.
Look, a poor homeless guy, let's make his life even worse. Only a social psychopath or people under the control of psychopaths can do this shit, and thanks Jeff for another video. New Jersey Exposed is a lazy troll.
We are many things.
I gotta tell you,
we are many things. We are not lazy people.
This is the most comments I've ever got on anything. And I didn't even make a video out of the deal. It's amazing how I've experienced this in life. I have a way of triggering people.
You think?
I know, I don't have to think. That I can just say one little thing, which is mean, in reference, I'm calling somebody out on something, and it just triggers it.
A domino effect. And together, you and I, we have infinite ability to piss people off, John.
Troublemakers. Well,
no,
we're not troublemakers, trouble finders. I guess I found some trouble. Let me see what else we got here. How the fuck is this clickbait? The guy held up a sign that says, homeless, help. He doesn't hold up a sign that says, homeless, help. It says, God bless the homeless.
Now the people can't read that are on his channel. That's great.
Jedi 13SM2 at John Seville, you are making no sense. If panhandling is freedom of speech and the Supreme Court has ruled such, why doesn't the Supreme Court take action in these townships and the police agency forcing these unlawful
Okay,
orders?
that person needs a civics lesson.
Well, so I'm going to end up with that. That's a very good question. The guy brought it up. Well, if it's case law out there, and Jeff is so, I wouldn't put it at Jeff, but Jeff is the one championing the fight here. If he so firmly believes that panhandling is a right and it's covered under the First Amendment,
Yeah.
why not hold that sign, get arrested? It's only going to be an ordinance violation,
That's
probably.
right. Or misdemeanor.
It's going to be a misdemeanor. He's not going to resist arrest or anything. So, I mean, me personally, if I was had that much conviction of it, I would hope I'd let them arrest me, and then I go get the attorney, and I would just fight the thing in court, and I'd tell my attorney, look, here's the case law. I want you to go there and have this whole thing squashed.
And then you sue for injunctive relief in federal court to prevent them from enforcing that law.
Right, exactly. And then once that happens, and you got that court, you got that paper in your hand, then you can mail that, send a copy out to the state attorney's office so they can get on the ball and fix things.
That's right. The police chief, everybody gets a copy of that order.
Exactly. Okay, but standing out there holding a sign saying what?
God bless our veterans.
No, our homeless veterans.
Oh, God bless our homeless veterans.
That's right. Now, people I've seen...
He's not making a difference for anything.
No, I've seen a couple of nice people stop in one... What the hell is that? It's the music. Anyway, I've seen some people stop and they wanted to give him money and things like that. Because people, they're not reading the sign. They're reading something and just connecting the dot to something else that's not it. It just shows you how astute and how well people read and take in information.
They're putting oranges in the apple basket.
Right. They say, God bless a homeless vet, and they just assume that he's homeless. Well, that's not what the sign said.
That's right.
It didn't say, hi, I'm Jeff Gray, I'm homeless, God bless me.
Yeah.
It didn't say that at all. So, anyway. Get ready for the backlash, people. I do have a set of balls. I have done audits, and I'm not afraid to stand for my convictions, and I'm not afraid to call out another auditor. That's just who I am, and I'm not looking to... I didn't do this to try to get more subscribers or anything like that. I see bullshit, and I call it out, and that's what in life bothers me. Bullshit.
There's plenty of it.
There's plenty of it. Right here at the high school, only a year ago.
April 9th.
Well, a year and a half ago, I got run off this property by a cop that had no legal basis or justification or authority to throw me off the property.
April 9th.
Yeah, Easter of 2021, okay? And guess what? I'm back here. I stood my ground. Anyway, I'm not tooting my horn anymore. I'm John Van Dyke.
I'm Matt Tim.
Adios, amigos.